Praise the Lord, everyone. Today, Friday, April 25th. Incredible how the days are flying by, the months are flying by, and it is a result of the fact that Jesus is coming back soon. Everything is precipitated. That's why it's so important to keep our mind on the things above and not on the things of the world. To be spiritually minded, not earthly minded. Clean up your inner house. Clean up your mind, clean up your heart. Make sure that you are blameless before God, so that He can say, "This is my beloved son, beloved daughter in whom I'm well pleased." Let's see what today teaches us. 2 Timothy 4, verse 2. Be ready in season and out of season. Many of us suffer from the unbalanced tendency to be ready only out of season. The season does not refer to time, it refers to us. This verse says, preach the word, be ready in season and out of season. In other words, we should be ready whether we feel like it or not. Absolutely. If we do only what we feel inclined to do, some of us would never do anything. Oh, have I ever encountered that in my life? Especially with children, eh? Well, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I'm not asking you if you feel like it. I'm just asking you to do it. Your room is a mess. You made this mess. You are responsible. Get up and clean it, right? Well, as we get older, we become adults. It's harder, more difficult to get rid of this bad habit, isn't it? You know, the dishes are piling up in the sink. The laundry needs to be taken care of, or whatever it is, you know. Oh, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. No, there's no such thing with God, because it's not about how we feel. It's about duty. So that's it. If we do only what we feel inclined to do, some of us would never do anything. There are some people who are totally unemployable in the spiritual realm. They are spiritually feeble and weak, and they refuse to do anything unless they are supernaturally inspired. Have you heard some believers speak this way? I have. In the sense where, well, let's see what it says. The proof that our relationship is right with God is that we do our best whether we feel inspired or not. That's the proof. We must not wait until we are inspired, in other words, to do it, until we are motivated. You know, inspiration, motivation, energy comes as we do it, as we move. I know for myself, when I feel sluggish, when my body is tired, yes, I feel like laying down on the couch and sleep, take a nap, go back to bed. No, but I get up and I go out for a walk. And as I'm moving, as I'm breathing fresh air, my energy comes back. It's to change the mood that we're in. Right? One of the worst traps a Christian worker can fall into is to become obsessed with his own exceptional moments of inspiration. When the Spirit of God gives you a time of inspiration and insight, you tend to say, now that I've experienced this moment, I will always be like this for God. No, you will not. And God will make you sure of that. Those times are entirely a gift of God. There are moments, the precious jewels that God gives us, but we cannot stay in those moments all the time. So those times are entirely the gift of God. You cannot give them to yourself when you choose. If you say you will only be at your best for God, as during those exceptional times, you actually become an intolerable burden on Him. It's like being a capricious child and say, well, I will only clean my room if you pay me, or if you give me an extra piece of chocolate cake, or if I can have ice cream, or if I can watch a movie. I will, conditional. No, that's not how it works with God. It's not how it works at all. You will never do anything unless God keeps you consciously aware of His inspiration to you at all times. If you make a God out of your best moments, you will find that God will fade out of your life, never to return until you are obedient in the work He has placed closest to you, and until you have learned not to be obsessed with those exceptional moments He has given you. In other words, when you are in the midst of a difficult situation, God placed you there. He placed those people around you. But if you deny that, if you say, I don't want that, this is not how I want to live my life, how do you expect to grow spiritually? You can't have it easy all the time. You can't expect to always be up on a cloud, and be in this euphoric phase with God all the time. It's not doable. It's not realistic. You have to be ready all the time to represent Jesus. Can we always be connected to Him? Yes. We are actually to be like the branch in the tree again. He tells us to abide in Him. But abiding in Him doesn't mean I'm always going to be receiving good feelings and do what I want to do. Yeah. Don't fall into becoming obsessed with those exceptional moments. Because then, when you're not in that space, you will be depressed. Something will be missing. Accept the rain, the clouds, the sun. It's all part of the journey. How many people do you know that are depressed when it's raining? They expect, oh, I'm tired of this weather, I'm going to move where it's always sunny. Good luck. You think your life is going to be better because it's sunny every single day where you're going to live? Has nothing to do with it. Because it always has to do with what's inside your heart, with how you are built, your conditioning. It doesn't have anything to do with your environment. Of course, it's more pleasant to live where it's always beautiful, but if it's not your reality, if God did not place you there, and God did not place you always in those euphoric moments, seek to know His will and to obey Him no matter where you're at. In a place you enjoy or don't enjoy. You think that, Jesus was at peace no matter where He was, wasn't He? If the Father would tell Him, go sit with those drunkards, those prostitutes, He obeyed. Even if He didn't feel like it, I'm sure. We are of such selfish nature. We only want to do what pleases us, what's easy, what's fun, what's pleasant. But as soon as it becomes annoying, more difficult, how we resist. We want to run away from it. But those are the places and times where we grow the most. When God uses those circumstances to break us and make us more Christ-like. But if you continue to want to have it easy all the time like a little baby, you're going to stay a baby. You're never going to evolve into a mature Christian, a mature son and daughter. Think about that. God bless you.